Thanks, Rachel. The Incredible Age Expo is coming up this weekend. Joining us this morning is Cheryl Tussey, a volunteer with the AARP Fraud Watch Network. The AARP is arming Americans with the tools they need to spot and avoid fraud and scams so they can protect themselves and their families. Thanks for joining us this morning, Cheryl. What do I get if I sign up for the Fraud Watch Network?
Oh, one of the most wonderful things you get is via email. You will get alerts about frauds that are taking place in your neighborhood. Okay. And it gives you an opportunity to then, if you're approached, to then alert AARP to a new fraud, and they'll then distribute.
And how do I get these alerts?
Via aarp.org/fraudwatch network, and you can join up online.
And there's also a scam tracking map. Tell me about that.
Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You can get on that map and it'll show you little dots where scams are taking place in your area. Click on the dot and it will describe the scam. And
I also see that there's a con artist playbook. You actually have a way for us to learn from scammers how they've committed their scams.
Exactly, and that playbook addresses the psychology that they use, the intimidation, the fear, even greed, a personal connection. My son plays soccer. They learn that your son plays soccer oftentimes through social media, which is an interesting way for them to gather information, so you need to be cautious about what you put on your...
So why did the AARP launch this network?
Because our members were really being targeted. And the reason they were being targeted is because surveys and studies have shown that older people have a larger pool of wealth than younger people do. So we have more liquidity in some cases. And so that's why we're targeted. And right now, my sister told me she got 5 calls last week alone on the IRS or the tax scam.
Really?
Yeah.
And we know that the IRS will never call you to tell you that
IRS will never phone you. They
taxes,
contact you via mail.
So AARP had kind of an interesting start. Tell us about that.
Well, we had a wonderful teacher, founder, who discovered her dearest friend was living in a chicken coop and had no health care coverage.
Wow.
And Dr. Andrus determined that something needed to be done, and her first focus was at developing an insurance program. And then so many non-teachers wanted to be a part of the program, and that's how it grew.
Okay. And there is a toll-free fraud hotline you can call. The number is 877-908-3360. And of course, the AARP is a sponsor of the Incredible Age Expo. That is tomorrow at Expo, Idaho, starting at 9 a.m. Thanks so much for joining us this morning, Cheryl. And we'll be right back after